It had been about a year, I guess, since we had released Delightfully Pleased. Some songs were starting to come together. And each record that we make, I feel like we get a lot better at writing songs, and that's a really exciting part of making a new recording, is applying what you've learned from the last one. And I think the songs on So Nice to Meet You are the best of what we were going for and what we came up with, the end result. But I love those songs very much. So we recorded them in Los Angeles with Mark McCluskey, who Paul and Corey had worked with before, and it was a great vibe. There was a nice rooftop. There were some little dogs.
I think that Mark pushed us to not be as abstract as we might normally be, especially lyric-wise, and really take the songs to a new level for our band. And I was very happy with the way they turned out. We got the songs back and we were all psyched about them. We couldn't wait to get them out there. But the way that we went about releasing it was very different for us, and it was very last minute, and it ended up working out to our advantage. Around the same time that we were recording So Nice to Meet You, Steve was to be on a television show on a major network, and the rest of us got to go be on it too. And we knew it was going to be airing the first week of January, so we got the mixes back for the songs, and we were like, well, we should release this to coincide with that, the show coming on, because we knew a lot of people would be finding out about our band, and we wanted to have something new to put out there. And a couple days before the release of that, we played a show in Long Island, and it was a good show, except for the fact that we drove all the way out there for that show and we played bad, which there's no excuse for. I feel like most of the time we play pretty good, right?
It was from like the first note.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
There was a curtain drop. It was downhill from there.
Yeah, and we just played bad. And then we had to drive home that night, the whole way home, thinking about how bad we had just played. And I knew that our new EP was going to be coming out, and I was like, we got to do something. We got to do something bold. I decided to put the ultimatum out there. I didn't realize how much of an effect it was really going to have. But to say that if our album didn't go to #1 on iTunes when it came out, the new EP, that I was going to leave the band.
Not only leave the band, quit playing bass for good.
Yeah.
I remember Corey called me and said, "What is Chris talking about?" And I hadn't even seen it, but I went on the internet and I saw it on the internet. He didn't even tell us that he was doing that. We saw it on the internet just like everyone else.
Scrolling through the feed.
And
oh, there's Chris.
Oh, cool. Chris is quitting if we don't get to #1 on iTunes.
Yikes.
Okay. Well, all right. So I called Chris and he explained it to me, and I told him, I said, look, the way you explained it to me was great and comes off a lot better than you writing it in Sharpie on a piece of printer paper and taking a photo of it. So we got him to go to Alter TV, and he sat down and told the story.
I said my piece.
Said his piece.
It was a little bold looking back. It was a little cocky and made it look like I only care about record sales. But in fact, the matter is, I cared about my bandmates. I cared about making music. I wanted to keep making music, and the way things were going, it was going to be hard. We needed something to happen, and it kind of worked. The night that the EP came out, it was delayed for some reason. It was supposed to come out at midnight, so a lot of people
wasn't my fault.
We're waiting for it to come out at midnight, and it ended up not coming out till like the next afternoon. And so much hype had grown behind it that when it finally was up, it was like boom. It was within a few minutes. It was on the top 40 of the charts, and then I had all kind of friends calling me, texting me, Facebook. It was like we had like thousands of people posting about it. It was crazy the amount of exposure that our band got because of it. We were watching it climb on our Facebook. We would post #10, #9, and get like 1,000 likes on it, and just watching it was really exciting. And we cracked into the top 10 on the little sidebar of the iTunes on everybody in America's computers. That was pretty cool. And then we ended up passing up Metallica and the Beatles on the rock charts, it's a cool screenshot to have on my phone.
But we did get #1 on rock.
We were in the top 10 albums in the country for a few days. We ended up peaking at #7 overall, which wasn't, I said #1 overall, but at that point, I would have been a really big jerk, so I decided to stick with it.
Yeah. I think the coolest part about it reaching as high as it did in the charts is that it was before the show even aired on TV. Us thinking that that was going to be a big push because we're going to be on Fox But it was cool that it wasn't because of that, and it happened before that, and it was because people liked our band.
Yeah, it was 100% because of the people that have supported our band for 15 years. And I promise not to say anything like that again or try to, you know, a lot of people thought it was just a publicity stunt. And, you know, I meant it. Everything I said, I meant from my heart. And people that supported our band and showed that they cared really made us feel special, made it feel like it was worth 15 years. As far as looking into the future, I'm looking forward to putting out more albums and playing music with you guys. Love playing music with you.
Thanks for watching this video series.
Thank you. Yes, thanks everyone.
Hope it's your favorite series of all time.
She thinks it's cool that I am mad.